As you can see, I'm in a cave right now. So these are the Peckway wind caves I'm in. I'll probably do a whole video on just this area. This is one of the stops along the trail. If you feel like being adventurous, you can go in here. You go down there, look at that. There's a hole. But yeah, I'll do a whole video on this. I'm just in here because you might as well stop in while you're passing by. Man, it's warm today. It's a lot warmer than I thought. It's just really sticky. Ooh, it's going to be a sweaty one for this hike. But we are on, as the title said, the Conestoga Trail. We'll do a little more talking later on. I just thought I'd show here, talk about this for a little bit, show you around this room. And yeah, it is nice and cool in here. It's a nice spot to cool off. It's like 15 degrees colder in here. It's like a refrigerator. Love it. Let's keep going here. You know, in hindsight, you know, after doing this trail, I don't know how many times I've done it since I'm not far from here. Probably should have done this last coming through, because now it was rain yesterday, well, past couple days. Yeah, so let's go in a cave where it's going to be soaked. Now I'm going to be soaked for a rest. Oh man, 30. But that's the adventure of it. I am on the Conestoga Trail. This is a trail that links a whole bunch of other trails along the Susquehanna River together. It's cool because you basically get to run through all the best parts of all of these trails. You run past the Peckway Wind Caves, you then go to House Rock, you then take some more scenic routes through Kelly's Run, then you go down in through Tuckwan Glen, and then you take a trail off of there and head up to the main pinnacle overlook. The only downside I'd say with this trail is that it is out and back. I'm not the biggest fan of out and backs because once you get it done all the way and then you just like turn around and you're like, well, there's a route there, almost ate it, like tradition. But well, when it's out and back, you're sitting there, turn around like, well, now I got to go back all through that. I like loop trails because it's kind of different the whole way. You have something kind of different to look at. When you're coming back, it's kind of like, okay, I got what I've seen, and then you're just sitting there like, oh, now I got to go back. But it depends. This one's worth it just because of how many stops there are. So many different things to look at, because you could like skip, let's say, the caves. Like you saw in the beginning here, I hit the caves, and then you can do like House Rock, and then keep going, and there's so many different spots where you can stop and overlook and just pretty areas. This is one of my favorite trails in Lancaster. A lot of these trails that we're going through are like trails that I've like grew up on basically, or there are a lot of trails I kind of started on, all these little ones. And yeah, so I've done this a few times. And what's cool is that if you're here in the summer, you're along the Susquehanna the whole time. So if you bring like a bathing suit or something and you're getting too hot, you just bloop, go right in there for a few minutes, or just take a dip in one of these creeks quick. And then there's plenty of spots to stop if you get tired or whatever. This is a cool trail to take like for like a day hike, I'd say, definitely, because I think if you start where I started at the Peckway Boat Launch, come all the way through, it is like 10.5 miles. So it's not short, but like I said, it's scenic, it's pretty, and cool. Now this trail isn't easy. You're either going uphill or downhill the whole time. So on the map I looked at, it says your elevation change is about 3,000 feet, but relatively looking to your right and left, you're not going up real high. You're just going up and down constantly through all these trails. So it's not the easiest in the world. I like it. It's not super rocky though, which is cool. It's decently easy going. Like, you don't have to be constantly looking at your feet the whole time. Alright, so a couple clips back, the Conestoga trail that I'm on, Orange Trail, splits. If you go right like I did, it's a little more of a direct trail down through Tuckwine Glen to get up to the pinnacle. I'm just taking this route because I started a little late today and I don't want to be here till dark. So I'm on a bit of a time crunch. But normally I like to take that, if you take the left turn, it's a more scenic route, a little longer route through Tuckwine. Now that's going to be adding like another mile or two to this. So you might be looking at, if you do all through Tuckwine, you might be looking at like 11 or 12 miles instead of the little over 10 that this is. It is worth, I think, doing a little extra step because Tuckwine is one of the prettier trails here, because it's just a trail that follows along a stream that goes right into the Susquehanna. And it's a lot bigger than the little ones that they keep passing over, those little runoffs. This is an actual like stream. Now I'm soon, right after Tuckwine, you go straight on these little trails. You want to be careful when you're getting off of Tuckwine into these trails. There's a little tiny trail you go up that's marked orange, and this spot it's kind of hard to tell where to go. You might think you want to go right closer to the train tracks, but you actually want to take the trail that kind of shoots off left. Left takes you up to the right trail. Right kind of just goes and kind of stops going somewhere. So I'll make sure to kind of leave a note of that when we get there. As you can see on this trail, there are multiple like overlooks of the Susquehanna you can stop at. So like I said earlier, if you want, you could kind of do like an every other deal, like do every other like spot on your way in, and on your way back out you can do the ones that you missed. So then it kind of gives you something different to look at and different to stop at while you're doing this trail, instead of hitting every single one on the way in, and then on your way out you can walk the thing and just get out. I mean, it's up to you how you want to chart your trail here. So what I'm going to do is show you an overlook. It's a little off the path. Oh no. Yeah. Well, depending on the path you take for the Conestoga trail, it'll take you up past this overlook, or you're going to like skim by it just by a hair. So I'll show you this overlook. I mean, it's right behind me, because while I'm talking I kind of went off trail a little bit, but the trail I'm on is right there going down. What you want to do when you're coming down, just take a quick left, and there is an overlook right over there where I'm pointing, and I'll show it to you then quick. And I don't know, talk again at some other point. I was wrong. It actually takes you right past this overlook. So you just want to climb up here and go straight out this way to those rocks. It gives you a really cool overlook of this whole stream. After that, you just go down that trail, and you're going to go down to the bottom of the stream, hike along it, and you'll see what's after that. So the reason I'm showing you this is due to the fact how far out in Susquehanna, like this is like 20-30 yards I'm out. Normally the water level, if you can see, look, see all the rocks, it's normally about 5 or 6 feet higher than this. I have hiked this trail specifically probably 30 times in my life. This is Tuckwon Glen at the end of it, and it's never been this low before. And what's weird is we've had a lot of rain the past like 2 weeks. See, there's a dam downstream. It might be letting a lot of water out because of all the rain we've been getting, but this is crazy. I've never seen it this low. This is so weird. You're normally like at this point you're swimming if you're out this far. This is wild. All right, right here is this trail I was talking about earlier. You do not go right, you go left. Right there, see how it's marked? This will go nowhere. This takes you where you want to go. As you can see, I'm dying a little bit. Yeah, I call this final hill the gauntlet just because after you're going up and down, up and down, up and down for 4 miles, you go down and then you just look up and you're like, oh, here we go. So basically you almost go back down to the river level and you climb up this thing. This is probably the worst part, man. I don't know. It's way hotter today than I think they were thinking. It was supposed to be cloudy and like almost 60. It's like 65 and like you can cut the air, humidity. Oh man, it's a hot one going up this hill. But it's a good calf burner. And after this, you turn around and do it all again. But this is probably the worst part. Take your time, keep trucking up it, and you'll be good. You'll probably complain to yourself a little bit, but once you get to the top, you're like, okay, feel a little better now. So, we'll see you at the top. Well, nice fall. I'm moving on my trek back, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of shots on my way back, kind of running short on daylight time. And even this video got most of like the cool spots. I mean, it is an in and out trail, so it's going to be all the same stuff going out, but I'll still do shots leaving and all that. Overall, good day for a hike. Probably going to come back in the summer so you can swim a little bit and do whatever. Today, that view up there, perfect. The way the sun and everything was coming down, oh man, doesn't get much better than that, for that place at least. Just a quick FYI for this trail. Basically, once you get on it, just follow the orange. It's very well marked, so as long as you stay on the orange markers, you're good. I'll let you know where it kind of forks off at that one spot. I took one, just kind of take whatever you feel like. They'll both take it to the same spot. So that's about it for me talking. It's going to be some shots just getting out of here. It's going to seem like I got out of here like that, like a minute or two. Oh no, that peak was only the halfway point, and then you got to take the 5 miles back. Like I said, I'm just going to hustle a little bit, throw this in my backpack, and not worry about shots as much because I am running out of daylight. See you on the next one.